I immediately, when I got the first email marketing from them, I added it to my spam list. So like they still get to fire off their emails to me, and they feel like they got some value out of being able to buy something, some of their magazine subscription. But the reality is, users now are savvy enough to say, no, that's junk. I don't want that. I got my Forbes magazine. I don't want to see your marketing now. And that's been a big issue for individuals that are just email marketing their way of selling products. Yeah, horror stories are really common in my field. So I guess I can share like two things. One of those is I was commenting on this post the other day about something that I felt really strongly about. I was very respectful. They put 2-paragraph responses to a blog post, and someone replied to me and said, "You're wrong, this is why." And they had the thing. So we went back maybe 3 or 4 times, and he said, "Oh, I see you're speaking at SDForum next week. I'll be there to fight you." Out of nowhere, and I'm like, well, it's internet commenting. They looked for my username. They found my blog. They found my recent events. Said, "Oh, he'll be here. I'll threaten him over the web." And this is happening once a month, maybe. And it's not just to me. It's to everyone. Every kid has this internet bullying, which a lot of websites are having issues with that. Facebook's having issues. How do we deal with internet bullies? And what do we do? Do we ban? Do we, what actually implications of this bullying online? But it's very common, and because everything is out there with one username, anyone can search you on Google and then find everything about you, literally everything. And I grew up in that realm of share more to give more, and everything on the web is free, technically. And this has kind of moved into asking about money earlier, the money system of how is money important to you guys, the college students. And it's actually kind of the back of our minds. We're used to just giving up a little bit about us and getting some free service like YouTube or Facebook or even iTunes free single of the week. You've given them a credit card, you give them an email address to get that free single. So that's how it is. We're kind of, the money system is diminishing in our young minds because parents are paying for those things, and we give up our email address for free, whatever. So that's just been how things are transitioning. But there's some value of being anonymous on the web and not sharing everything, because you're able to have a little anonymity, you're able to be honest. There's been so many cases of people getting fired from their jobs for saying too much over Twitter. And I can say that I tweet over 100 times a day, and I get so many replies from companies where I say to a friend on Twitter, "You should try the Shure headphones." And Shure will contact me and say, "Hey, have you tried Shure headphones?" Like, I just told someone, I recommended it, but it's some bot they have on Twitter that just, you mentioned Shure, you get a reply. I was complaining about Bank of America checking fees, and Bank of America called me like the next day and said, "We saw this, and we're going to make that better for you." And that was a good thing, but they did it the right way. They didn't just come back and say, "Hey, we have this new deal on home mortgage loans," and that whole thing. So it's a right and wrong way of using it as a company. But there's also some, you need to censor yourself a bit if you're a teenager getting on the web. It can be pretty scary.
Okay, what the person who threatened that, please raise your hand.
Well, it's another shift. I mean, like, probably 10% of my friends in San Francisco don't have phone numbers. They've actually have plans with just data rates. And it's been a cool shift. I'm doing this style guide on Twitter. It's going to be a published book. I'm doing styles of Twitter, how people use it and interact with it. And my phone address book list hasn't grown 5% a year since the past 5 years. But my Twitter address book list has grown substantially. So now all my conversations aren't through SMS to phone number, it's SMS to username on Twitter. And that DM back and forth all day using SMS is still instant, it's still in real time, but there's no phone number associated with it. And I don't even know, I mean,
I need to translate DM.
oh, direct message, yeah. So on Twitter, you have John Smith, and that's his Twitter name, and then you can actually send a text message to Twitter directly, D space John Smith, and then your message, and you message him directly. But you never knew his phone number. And actually, I'd say the top 100 people that I talk to every day I don't have their phone number. It's actually email or Twitter or maybe Facebook, and that's it. So the phone is still an excellent platform. It's always on, it's always there, ready to be used. But as far as physically calling, I use maybe 30 minutes a month of actual phone minutes.
So how does that affect your business, Brianna? People are stopping having phone numbers, but I assume they're still having phones.
Here's businesses and stuff.
I think that's what my team would tell you.
Just one
One more answer.
small thing. If anyone in the room is making there's no value in filling out a survey and the possibility of maybe getting a free iPod or free Xbox. But every year, technorati.com is a blog search engine. They release a survey. It takes like an hour and a half to fill out. If you're a blogger, you fill out your stats, how much money you made, how much time you spent blogging. And it takes me a solid hour and a half, but I do it because I'm attributing this larger picture. They release this great comprehensive data on bloggers as a global medium and how the blogging is shifting. So that's, you've got to get all the time. Generally, it's a couple things. First of all, AT&T service is horrible, so I'm always not having 3G or not having edge, so I have to use SMS, which just relies on having a cell phone signal. So if I'm in an area where there's no internet connection on my iPhone and there's no Wi-Fi, I won't get the email or the DM notification. And SMS is generally, with texting, is in real time. So when a text comes in, a direct message, it goes to my phone instantly, as opposed to waiting 15 minutes for an email to sync or refreshing the Twitter phone DM page. So it's about someone saying, hey, want to grab lunch, and it's over a direct message, and then I open up SMS and type it right back, hit send. So the $30 fee a month for unlimited texting outweighs the value of having instant communication instead of waiting 15 minutes for an email to pop in.
And your point about networks is
What, I guess just speaking from first-hand experience, I've always been maybe the class clown in high school, not good grades, but I was always in the forefront. And since going head-on social networking and using it all day to analyze how people are using it, I've actually found myself being more introverted and not wanting to go out as much. And that's just my personal experience, and I don't have any data to back it up. But I know that nowadays I go to technology parties a lot of times, like 4 at night in the city of tech startups meeting up and drinks. And I was going to a lot of those, but these days I'm like, well, everyone that I was going to see, I could just later. I kind of find excuses to not do it. So I think it's a big effect, and there needs to be for young minds that are still shaping, still growing, and still learning, at least to the age of 18, 19 years old, there needs to be a half-and-half balance at the very least. Half. And this is one thing I've been preaching lately that I want to wrap up with. A lot of parents they know TV is bad, and they know that movies and commercials are bad, but they don't know the internet is bad. It really is television of this century. So just like you limited your television time for your kids in the 90s, it's very important to limit time on the internet today, and have them go outside and do more sports and read more books, real books. So that value